Yeah.
Alright then. Okay. We disobeyed God when God foresaw it.
Sis, come and listen. Listen to this before you go. Spend a couple of minutes listening.
So now, is it their fault? Because it was God that brought them to make them our enemies.
Yes.
It wasn't their own will. They were minding their business somewhere else. So we disobeyed. So then now God brought them to oppress us and give us this false image. So now, why should it be taken out on them? And secondly, when Jesus Christ came, or Yeshua came to die for us 2,000 years ago,
Didn't he die for the whole world? Okay, we're going to deal with that. So let's get to the first point. You says the first point about them. Yes, you're right. We messed up. We need to take responsibility. Ultimately, we made an agreement with God as a people. We broke it. So we got to hold our hands up and say we messed up. The Most High used them as a whipping stick to punish us.
But now that's over and done with.
No, it's not over and done with, because no, we're still in their hands. You understand? We're still in their hands. But when you read the Bible, there's going to get Galatians 6 and 7.
But yeah, of course, but we're still in their hands. But now Yeshua came. Why did Yeshua now come?
He came to give the children of Israel grace. Grace.
But then he come
Grace.
to save us from the law of sin and death. Now to replace it with grace.
Okay. Well, we'll get to that.
The book of Galatians chapter 6 verse 7.
This is responding to your first part of your question.
Be not deceived, God is not mocked. For whatever a man soweth, that shall he also reap.
Whatever you sow, you reap. You understand? Whoever done that to us, Revelation 39. Whatever they did here, they're going to get payback.
The book of Revelation chapter 19. The book of Revelation chapter 13 verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear.
Listen to this. Everyone here has ears. Listen to what God says.
He that leadeth into captivity. Revelation chapter 13 verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. Verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
Read that again.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
This is Christ speaking. These are Christ's words.
He that killeth with the sword.
He that kills with the sword
Must be killed with the sword.
Maybe.
Must be killed with a sword.
A possibility.
Must be killed with a sword.
Must be killed with the sword. That's justice. You understand?
What they did to us, obviously, it's now going to come back to them.
We're going to read it. Listen to this.
The book of
If you ask what they did to us, is it going to come back to them? Let's see what the Bible says.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob.
So the Lord will have mercy. In that day when Christ returns, he's going to have mercy on Jacob. These people on this sign. If you're on this sign, it's a good day for you.
And yet choose Israel.
And yet choose Israel. I say the people on this sign, but also the Israelites are scattered into different nations across Africa and different parts of the world.
And set them in their own land.
So the Israelites, we're going to be set back in our own lands. We're going to be put back in our lands.
And the strangers.
The strangers, that's what you're asking about, the other nations. The Bible calls them strangers.
Shall be joined with them. And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
So they're going to be joined with us and they're going to cleave unto the house of Jacob.
And the people shall take them and bring them to their place.
So we're going to take the strangers and bring them to our place.
And the house of Israel.
The Israelites
shall possess them.
Shall what?
Shall possess them.
Shall what?
Shall possess them.
So let me ask you a question. Now ask you, when you possess something, what does that mean?
You dominate it.
You own it. You own it.
Shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants.
So the men are going to be servants.
And handmaids.
And the women of the other nations are going to be handmaids.
And they shall take them captives.
We shall do what?
And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were.
We shall do what?
And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were.
Read that again.
And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were.
That's called justice.
And they shall rule over the oppressors.
To the people who are oppressing us today, we're going to rule over them.
And it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest.
What's he going to do to the black man and woman?
Shall give thee rest.
What's he going to do to the Hispanic man and woman?
Shall give thee rest from thy sorrow.
Because we're in sorrow right now. You know it. You know it. Our people are in sorrow.
And from thy fear.
As a black man, we're scared in this kingdom. We are fearful at times.
And from the hard bondage.
And from the what?
And from the hard bondage.
This is a hard bondage. We're talking over 400 years worth of bondage. 400 years.
Wherein thou wast made to serve.
So the Most High said he's going to give us rest from this hard bondage that we've been made to serve. That's justice.
And at that time, will we be given a spiritual body, or will we still be in our earthly body?
What?
In that time? In that
What time? What time are you talking?
takes place? Is that before the second coming of Yeshua?
This is talking about the second coming. When he comes, this is about remember I told you, nuclear destruction. Sis, you going?
Yeah, I need to see.
Okay. Read the flyer. Make sure you contact us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go on YouTube and watch our videos. Okay. We've got our contact number on there.
All right then. Thank you.
I'm just coming
So
to
Come back.
get Daniel 7.
How do you see it coming to an end?
How to happen? Like,
How do you see the kingdom of the Edomites now falling?
it's falling.
You see, it is.
Get
do you
Revelation
see
18
it
now.
falling now?
Get it. Revelation 18. Start from. Listen, I'm going to read this quickly.
The book of Revelations, chapter 18, verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people.
So the Most High is saying these people come out of this Edomite kingdom.
That ye be not partakers of her sins.
So the Most High doesn't want these people to be partakers of this kingdom's sins.
And that you receive not of her plagues.
So the plagues are coming. So he says, so we don't receive any of the plagues. We come out, repent, keep the commandments.
For her sins have reached unto heaven.
This kingdom's sins have reached unto heaven.
And God hath remembered her iniquity.
God has what?
And God hath remembered her iniquity.
God has what?
And God hath remembered her iniquity.
The problem with the black man is we like to forget. We like to forget these things. You know, we've got some mindset where we just like to sweep this under the carpet. But God don't forget. God remember. This is serious what happened here.
Reward her, even as she rewarded you. And double unto her double according to her work.
So double. They're going to eat them. You're arguing about Esau. They're going to get double the punishment.
In the cup which she hath filled to her double.
Double.
How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously.
How much she's glorified herself and lived deliciously off the back of the slave trade.
So much torment and sorrow give her.
So much torment and sorrow give her, Edom.
For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, and I am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine.
So this is what you're inquiring about. This is going to come. The Most High said this is going to come in one day. Just one day. One day.
Two more questions quickly. Yes. Second coming of Jesus, obviously I've been hearing, I go to church in it, a Christian church in it, and they say obviously about this rapture that's going to take place. You understand? But I've learned that he's not coming. Why is he coming? What's his real purpose of coming?
Luke 1:68.
Because I heard about the rapture.
The book of Luke chapter 1 verse 68.
So we want to know, why is Christ coming back the second time for you blacks and you Hispanics? We're going to read it from the Bible. Listen up.
Blessed be the Lord God of Israel, for he hath visited and redeemed his people, and hath raised up an horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David,
Christ.
as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began, that we,
This is the key. Listen to this. This is the key verse. Why is Christ coming back?
that we
The Israelites,
should be saved our enemies,
why is Christ coming back?
that we should be saved from from our enemies.
That we should what?
That we should be saved from our enemies.
This is salvation in the Bible. We're reading about salvation. Everyone wants to get saved, but no one knows what they're getting saved from. You understand? No one knows what they're getting saved from. You understand? But this is salvation. We're saved from what?
Saved from our enemies.
So you blacks and Hispanics, Christ is coming back to save you from your enemies.
That's right.
That's what the Bible says. Christ is coming back to save you from your enemies. And from who?
And from the hand of all that hate us.
Who hates you, blacks and Hispanics? Who hates you?
The white man.
Who hates you?
We hate ourselves.
The white man.
So what's Christ coming back to do? To save you?
That we should be saved from our enemies.
We hate
And from the
ourselves.
hand
We don't
of all that hate us.
That's salvation in the Bible. So that's why Christ
And
is
he's
coming
coming
back.
to nuke them off.
He's coming to destroy him. He's coming to destroy him.
It's not coming for peace, is it?
He's not coming for peace. He's coming for
Right,
war.
sister.
He's coming to war. But he's going to kill a lot of our people also. The rebellious ones that don't want to keep the commandments. You're in sin. You're in sin. You're in sin. Get numbers. It sounds good, but right now you're on that 2/3 destruction list. Listen to this. I'll show you.
The book of Numbers, chapter 15, verse 38. Speak unto the children of Israel.
So we're talking to you.
And bid them
Command them
that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations.
fringes, 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 fringes.
And that they put on the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
A ribbon of blue on the fringe.
And it shall be unto you for a
And
fringe,
it will be unto you for a fringe.
that ye may look upon it,
So you look upon your fringe.
and remember all the commandments of the Lord, and to do them.
See, that's the law. You're breaking. You understand? There's laws given to these children here. Many laws. Your church, you said you go, what church you go to?
I go Pentecostal church.
So you speak in tongues a bit as well.
No, I don't. I speak to God with my heart. I pray to God. You know what I'm saying?
Right, the Pentecostal church, they speak in tongues. They roll around on the
but
floor
this
and foam out the mouth.
Yeah, but this ain't not all of them. No, I've never seen that before in my life. Actually,
You've never seen it?
No, never.
Okay.
But
All right.
I've seen men of God heal people from wheelchairs and all sorts of things, all kinds of miraculous things from
All
the
right.
Most
Are
High.
they teaching you the laws in the church?
Well, obviously.
Have you heard that law before?
I've never heard of that law, and I think that's the Old Testament.
Did you even
law.
know? What do you mean? That's the Old
That's
Testament.
the Old Testament.
Get
law.
Exodus
It ain't
20.
about what you wear, it's from your heart. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we're going to cut that now. Exodus 20.
You're gonna cut that.
We're going to cut that. Listen, that's an Old Testament law. Okay, read verse.
Old Testament law.
Read verse 13. We're going to read another Old Testament law, and let's see if now this doesn't matter.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 13. Thou shalt not kill.
That's an Old Testament law.
Yeah, that's your not kill, you can't kill, of course.
So, what? This we don't have to keep, but that we have to keep. Read the next one.
Verse 14. Thou shalt not commit adultery.
That's an Old Testament law.
But if you kill, you still forgive them.
But do you do it?
No, I would never kill somebody. Come on.
So, why should you not have to keep this, but you keep that?
But I've never heard of this. This is my first time hearing it.
Because your church ain't teaching you correctly. They're not teaching you Christ.
Yeah, so if you go to work, you're telling me I have to wear that?
Get Numbers
If I
15.
go to work, do I have to wear that?
You have to wear the fringes throughout your generations. It's a commandment.
Well, that's why it says, what does it say?
The book of Numbers, chapter 15,
listen.
verse 38. Speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their
For
generations.
how long?
Throughout their generations.
No, until the New Testament came into play.
Throughout their generations.
Out your generations. That's forever. Come on. Do you understand? You getting it? All praises.
And that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
So there's many commandments in the Old Testament. For example, today's the Sabbath day. We shouldn't be buying or selling on the Sabbath day. Didn't they teach you that in church?
No, Sabbath day, I think that's obviously, that was still to do with the law of sin and death, innit? You know what I'm saying?
Let's say that again.
I think it was to do obviously with the Old Testament, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but thou shalt not kill is in the Old Testament.
Yeah, trust me.
Thou shalt not commit adultery is in the Old Testament.
No, obviously I acknowledge the
You pay tithes.
Yeah, I do, yeah.
You pay tithes. That's an Old Testament law.
Yeah, but you believe you have to pay tithes?
No, don't have to pay tithes.
No.
Can you pull a scripture that says we have to pay tithes?
Malachi 3:8.
Get it. These pastors are wicked as hell. How much you pay? How much you give them?
£200.
£200 how often?
A month.
£200 a month out of your salary you give them. That.
The book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8. Will a man rob God?
This is the famous one, isn't it? They use this in every church. No matter what denomination you are, every pastor uses this.
Yet ye have robbed me. But ye say, wherein have we robbed thee? In tithes and offerings.
Okay, tithes and offerings. Do you know what tithes are?
Obviously, back in that day, yeah, tithes was like food, like animals.
Yeah.
Or like trade or something about to do with food though.
That's
like
it.
Animals.
So
Like
when did it change? When did it change the money?
It didn't change the money.
So why are you giving them £200 out of your salary?
Obviously, you're not going to go to a church and it's what you work for, really. What you work for.
Yeah, but why are you giving him 200? You know it hasn't changed the money. So why are you giving him £200 every month out of your salary?
So you're working for it and then you trust in God when you're sowing into it.
Does God need your money? What's God doing with your money? So where's your money going?
It's going to the head of the church.
And what's he doing with the money?
I don't know.
Is he distributing it to the poor?
I don't know.
So you're giving £200 a month and you don't know where the money's going. You don't see where the money's going.
No, to be honest with you, no, I don't know where it's going.
How do you feel? Is it something starting to click in your head that hold on, something's not right?
I know. Something ain't right. I never thought about that, but I thought that.
Get Malachi 3:8. Let's explain Malachi 3:8.
The book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8.
Get Deuteronomy, get Tithes, Deuteronomy 14 and 20. Let's read that quickly because I want him to understand Tithes.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 14, verse 21. Ye shall not eat any. Verse 22. Thou shalt truly tithe all the increase of thy seed.
Seeds, tithes, the increase of thy seeds.
That the field bringeth forth year by year.
That the field brings forth year by year.
And thou shalt eat before the Lord thy God in the place which he shall choose to place his name there.
So all you blacks and Hispanics paying tithes to your lying pastor, listen up, we're going to explain what tithes really is. It's not 10% of your money.
The tithe of thy corn.
Tithes is what?
The tithe of thy corn.
Tithes is corn.
The tithe of thy corn. Of thy wine. And of thy oil. And the firstlings of thy herds.
Firstlings of the herds.
And of thy flocks.
The flocks. That
thou mayest learn to fear the Lord thy God always. And if the way be too long for thee.
So if you haven't got, if it's too far to go to Jerusalem with all of those, the food, the coin, the oil, the wine, the herds,
so that thou art not able to carry it, or if the place be too far from thee, which the Lord thy God have chosen to set his name there.
Most High set to put his name in Jerusalem. When you read 2 Chronicles 6 and 6, Jerusalem is where the Most High chose. So you only tithe in Jerusalem.
When the Lord thy God hath blessed thee, then shalt thou turn it into money.
Then you turn it into money. If Jerusalem's too far for you to go to with all of your tithes, you turn it into money. You sell it, turn it into money.
And bind up the money in thy hand.
Bind up the money in your hands.
And shall go unto the place which the Lord thy God shall choose.
Travel to Jerusalem.
And thou shalt bestow that money for whatsoever thy soul lusteth after. For oxen, or for sheep,
oxen or sheep,
or for wine, or for strong drink,
you want a stronger drink than wine,
or for whatsoever thy soul desireth.
So you buy back the products which you sold pretty much,
and thou shalt eat there before the Lord thy God.
So you eat there in Jerusalem before the Lord thy God,
and thou shalt rejoice, thou and thy household.
That's it. That's tithes, not money. Go back to Malachi 3. Let's see what the pastor's done.
The book of Malachi, chapter 3, Verse 8. Will a man rob God? Yet ye have robbed me. But ye say, wherein have ye robbed me? In tithes and in offerings.
So we've robbed the Most High in tithes and in offerings. Because when you read on in Deuteronomy, the tithes were for the Levite priests. They had no inheritance or land. So we had to help them. We had to help the Levites that were divided equally into the rest of the tribes' lands. You understand? We had to help them.
Ye are cursed with a curse, for ye have robbed me, even this whole nation.
We've robbed the whole nation. You understand? Keep going.
Bring ye all the tithes into the storehouse.
So what do you bring into the storehouse? You bring money into a storehouse, or do you bring food products into a storehouse? The food we read in Deuteronomy. Corn, oil, wine, da-da-da. Keep going.
That there may be meat in my house.
Meat, food in my house.
And prove me now herewith,
So the Most High said, prove me. Test him, he's saying. Test him.
saith the Lord of hosts, if I will not open you the windows of heaven.
So the Most High says, test me and see if I will not open you the windows of heaven. What is the windows of heaven? Go to Genesis, I think it's 7:11. 7:11. Genesis 7:11. We're going to find out what the windows of heaven. The Most High said, I'll open you the windows of heaven.
The book of Genesis, chapter 7:11.
Let's find out what the windows of heaven is.
In the 600th year of Noah's life,
What happened in Noah's time?
Noah's had a great flood.
in the second month, the 17th day of the month,
How did the flood start? What caused the flood? What?
The iniquities of the...
Yeah, but how? Where did the water come from?
Sorry?
Where did the water come from to flood everywhere?
Came from the clouds, from the sky.
the same day were all the fountains of the great deep broken up, and the windows of heaven were opened,
The what was opened?
and the windows of heaven were opened,
Keep going.
and the rain was upon
and the what?
And the rain was upon the earth.
So what does the windows of heaven mean?
The firmament, upper firmament of the dome.
What does it mean? When it says open the windows of heaven? The floodgates. Read it again. Read it again. Read Genesis 7. Listen to Kevin.
The book of Genesis, chapter 7:11. In the 600th year of Noah's life, in the second month, and the 17th day of the month, the same day were all the fountains of the great deep broken up, and the windows of heaven
The
were
The
opened.
windows of heaven were open. And what came out of the windows of heaven? Rain. Rain. Yeah.
And the rain was upon the earth 40 days and 40 nights.
That's it. So we've established the windows of heaven is the rain coming down. Open up the skies and the water comes down. So go back to that.
All the tithes in the storehouse,
So bring me all the food products into the storehouse.
that they may be meat in my house.
So there'll be foods, corn, oil, wine, oxen, sheep in my house.
And prove me now herewith,
Prove me now. Test me, the Most High saying.
saith the Lord of hosts, if I will not open you the windows of heaven,
If I will not make it rain,
and
not money, I mean physical rain, you know,
and pour you out a blessing,
pour you out a blessing,
that there shall not be room enough to receive it.
so it rains a lot of rain, so your crops really blossom.
And that was an indicator to the Levites.
This
That
is
doesn't go to us
not
today.
today, no.
Oh man.
And I will rebuke the devourer.
Now I will what?
And I will rebuke the devourer.
So once the crops start to grow, what devours crops? What devours crops? Destroys.
Like a rain.
No, yeah, but what animal destroys crops? What insect or
Like caterpillars.
locusts, those things. That's the devourer the Most High is talking about. He says, I will rebuke them. I will get them to stay away from your crops so they will grow. You understand?
And I will rebuke the devourer for your sake.
For your sakes.
And he shall not destroy the fruit of your ground.
See, that's what it goes into. So the devourer, the locusts, the animals, the pests, will not destroy the fruits of your ground.
Neither shall your vine cast her fruit before the time in the field, saith the Lord of hosts.
So your crops will not spring up prematurely. You understand? So this is what we're reading. So when it says when a man robs God, you know, you've robbed me, it's not talking about money. You understand? It's talking about you have to bring your the food products to the Levites. You understand? This is not going into giving them 10% of your paycheck. You understand? And it's all to do with crops, not money. And even then, we read in Deuteronomy 14 that it's at the place where he chose, which is, according to 2 Chronicles 6 and 6, is Jerusalem. So no one here should be paying tithes to any pastor. He's stealing your money. He's a thief. He is a thief. Get Jeremiah 23. The pastors are all thieves. Any pastor that collects 10% or any percent of your money is a damn liar and a thief and a criminal. He's going to be charged.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 23, verse 1. Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture.
This is talking about your pastor. He's destroyed you and he scattered you from your true heritage. Your pastor's done the same, sis. He scattered you from your heritage. If you don't know who you are anymore. Can you see yourself in this sign? Are you on there? Are you on this, sister? Read that.
Therefore, thus saith the Lord God of Israel against the pastors that feed my people. Ye have scattered my flock and driven them away.
That's what your pastor's done. He's driven you away from your nationality.
I don't know what I'm fully convinced. I'm fully convinced, but I just want to ask.
Sorry, say that again.
I said, mine isn't fully convinced still. Yeah? No, seriously. I didn't know that still. You know what? So, how do you see obviously the end coming? How do you see like the signs and wonders coming against? You said something about the North Korea, about how it's checking off. I mean, how does that relate to the end time?
Listen, bro, you need to focus on getting yourself right. You understand? You need to focus on keeping these commandments. That should be your number one. Forget North Korea and all that other stuff. Focus on what you need to do to get salvation. Otherwise, you're going to be caught up in all that stuff. You don't want to get caught up in that. You understand? You need to be doing what's required of you to make sure that you are pulled away from that when that day comes. You understand? So first and foremost, you need to separate yourself from that church you go to. That's the first thing I would do if I were you, is separate from that church. Because they're leading you to death. They're leading you to death. That's the first thing I'll do if I was you. Then I'll come around the brothers and learn A, who I am, and B, wait. A, who I am, and B, what's required of me, according to the Bible. Once you know who you are, then you will know, okay, this is what I have to do, X, Y, Z. That'll be the first 3 steps I'd take if I was you.
But how come they're still operating in their spiritual gifts?
Who?
These people that, like you say, like the church I'm going to, you've got somebody that can build something, like the pastor that can build something, lay hands, person gets up on the wheelchair, people work out all kinds of diseases.
You know the devil gives blessings
Prophecy,
too.
they can look at you and tell you everything that you're doing.
Listen, you know the devil gives blessings too. Do you know, listen.
Has that happened as your ministry? Has people been healed?
Listen,
Have they been delivered?
the Most High heals. We don't do that deliverance stuff. The Most High heals. Get Deuteronomy 32. Was it 32, 39? Get it, 32, 39.
How would the Most High heal if I had some kind of disease, if I wasn't in ministry?
Listen. Like, the Most High, no man. The Most High does it. The Most High deals with it.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, 39. See now that I, even I, am He, and there is no God with me.
There's no God with me.
I kill,
God kills.
and I make alive.
He makes alive.
I wound,
He wounds.
and I heal.
And He what?
And I heal.
And I what?
And I
The
heal.
Most High heals.
Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand.
The Most High deals with all of that. No man just can come along with that unless the Most High ordains that to happen. He does that. You understand? So these pastors came in that the Most High said, they ain't doing nothing. Get John 9:31. They're in sin. All of those pastors are in sin from top to bottom, from head to toe. They're in sin. Do you think the Most High is listening to them?
The book of John, chapter 9, verse 31. Now we know that God heareth not sinners.
That God what?
God heareth not sinners.
God doesn't hear sinners. So your pastor's in sin. So how's God hearing?
It's okay, so how is our pastor in sin? You don't know. I just want to know.
I can look at you and see your passions in sin.
Alright.
You should be a reflection of your brother. Listen, wait. You should be a reflection of your pastor. I'm saying you've got no fringes. You're out on a Sabbath day buying and selling. You understand? If that's you, what's your pastor? Is your pastor wearing fringes?
No, pastor's not wearing fringes, no.
Is he keeping the Sabbath day holy?
No.
So he's in sin.
It's not keeping the Sabbath day holy.
Get drunk, get sin.
Definitely not. But it does read and meditate on the word.
But he's in sin. He's in sin. Most High's not hearing sinners. That's it.
He's in sin even though he's not fornicating, he's not killing, he's not
What
doing
is,
anything.
what is sin? What is sin?
Sin is obviously breaking the commandments of God.
So is your pastor keeping the commandments?
No.
No. So we read, go back to John 9:31.
The book of John, chapter 9, verse 31. Now we know that God heareth not sinners, but if any man be a worshipper of God and doeth his will.
What's the will of God? Get the word.
To obey, to be obedient.
What's the will?
The will. To obey his commandments.
We're going to read what the will of God is. So there's no stone unturned.
The book of Psalms, chapter 40, verse 8. I delight to do thy will, O my God.
King David.
Yea, thy law,
Thy what?
thy law,
Thy what?
thy law
Will is keeping the law.
is within my heart.
That's it. So the will is the law. So read that.
The book of John, chapter 9, verse 31. Verse 31. Now we know that God heareth not sinners, but if any man be a worshipper of God and doeth his will,
Keeps the law,
him he heareth.
then he hears you. So your pastor isn't keeping the law, so he's not being heard by God.
Okay.
But wait, the devil can hear people as well. The devil can give blessings too. You understand? The devil can give blessings too, so be very careful. Remember, the devil stepped to Christ and promised Christ all the kingdoms.
Okay. But has God ever spoken? I know, but has God spoken to you?
Maybe he's spoken to me.
Do you believe God?
I don't have one-on-one conversations with him, no.
No, not one-on-one conversation. I mean, does he speak to your spirit?
He speaks to me through the Bible. He speaks to all of us through the Bible.
Have you seen the blessings of God manifest in your life?
Yes, I've seen the blessings. I'm looking at the blessings around me now. Look at the men, look at the brothers. This is all a blessing of the Most High. This is Ezekiel 37 coming to pass. The valley of the dry bones, the exceeding great army is in front of your eyes growing. This isn't all of us. You understand? This is Bible prophecy coming to pass.
Okay. Really, you've got a purpose.
We got a purpose, yes.
Assignment.
With all of us men have an assignment.
And some is not only to stay here, but to go around the world. Not to do things in the quiet places. Are you? Is he taking you? That's what I want to know. I'm not saying he's it. I'm just saying, are you seeing manifest?
I'm seeing
promised you for your life. Because everyone has always got different feelings upon their life. Are you seeing it manifest in your life?
I'm seeing it manifest in my life. Yes. Yes.
The book of Ecclesiastes, verse 12, verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
So we're going to kind of wrap up on this, you know, because we've been talking to you for a while. You need to come, learn who you are, what's required of you, and you need to first and foremost separate from that church. And stop giving him your money. Stop giving him your £200 every month. Think about it. How many people have you got in your church? How many are in your congregation?
Right now it used to be packed, like 200-300, but now it's 20.
It used to be 200 to 300, now it's gone down to 20. What happened?
No, I don't know. I went to another country and when I came back,
And how long did it take for it to go from 300 down to 20?
4 years.
4 years. So that's the Most High. That's shrunk his congregation down from 300 down to 20. And eventually the Most High is going to take every one of them out of that church. You understand? So you need to stop giving them your £200 a month. But you need to separate, bro. Separate from that church and come and be around the brothers. Look at the brothers. See young men standing here. The Most High has woken up to keep the law, statutes, and commandments and understand who they are in the Bible. The day of the Christian coon is over.
That's right!
You understand? That day's over now.
Shalom, Israel. I'm Elder Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. YouTube likes to shut our channels down, as some of you have noticed, ever so often. Subscribing to join IUIC will assure you will always stay connected to our YouTube accounts. We want to do our best to make sure this truth gets out. Please click and join our subscriber YouTube channel called Join IUIC to stay linked to all of our videos. So again, please make sure you subscribe to this Join IUIC channel to get your latest updates from all our YouTube channels. Shalom.